Howl's Journey Across the State by Dr. Nancy Hendricks, illustrated by Tim Williams. Howl was enjoying his summer, but with the school year approaching at Arkansas State University, Howl decided to take a vacation. He thought it would be fun to travel around Arkansas, where he could see the sights, learn interesting things, and make new friends. And here's a little fact up in the corner. In 1909, Arkansas State University was founded as an agriculture high school. On the way out of town, he stopped by the Cooper Alumni Center to say goodbye to the students and alumni who are his friends. Now, alumni are people who have graduated from Arkansas State University. They told him, "Have fun on your vacation, Howl. We'll miss you." After leaving campus, Howl drove north to Piggott, home of A-State's Hemingway Pfeiffer Museum and Educational Center. Hemingway Pfeiffer is an A-State heritage site. Howl learned that the famous author Ernest Hemingway, while visiting Piggott with his wife, wrote in the barn studio where writing workshops are held each year. And boys and girls, he wrote part of what's called A Farewell to Arms. That was the book that he wrote part of while in this barn in Piggott. Howl then drove to the town of Tyronza. A-State's Southern Tenant Farmers Museum is there. He learned about Arkansas farmers during the Great Depression of the 1930s. While he was there, he saw the annual quilt show where many beautiful handmade quilts by local women were on display. Howl loves the famous musician Johnny Cash. He drove to Dice, another A-State heritage site, to see the singer's boyhood home in the colony that was part of Franklin Roosevelt's, the president, New Deal in the 1930s. A-State also works with the Dice community and this Cash family to maintain museum exhibits and former administration building. So the Cash family and the Dice community work together for the displays. And this is the administration building where some of those are at. Next, Howl drove south. He wanted to see the A-State heritage site at Lake Village called the Lakeport Plantation. It was built in 1859. It was interesting to see fields of cotton still growing at Lakeport. Next, Howl looked forward to seeing Arkansas state capital and largest city. So he drove to Little Rock in the center of the state. Here's a fun piece of information. The state's 46th governor, Mike Beebe, graduated from A-State in 1968. He loved walking around the river market and seeing the tall buildings downtown. Howl enjoyed Little Rock's museums, shops, theaters, and restaurants. Howl headed north to see ASU's campus locations. First, he visited ASU Beebe, which also has campuses at Searcy and Heber Springs. Howl wanted to see the beauty of Heber Springs, so that was his next stop. He loved the ASU campus at Sugarloaf Mountain near Greer's Ferry Lake. Howl's next stop was ASU Newport. He was interested to learn that ASU Newport operates a campus at Mark Tree and a technical center at Jonesboro. Next, Howl wanted to see ASU Mountain Home, which is nestled in the beautiful Ozark Mountains between Bull Shoals and Norfolk. He found the campus has many lovely new buildings. Howl was starting to get tired from his travels. He decided to stop at Hardy on his way back to Jonesboro and just relax. He loved the rolling hills, quaint shops, folk music, handmade crafts, and cool waters of the spring river where he could canoe. He looks like he's having a really good time. It was a great vacation. Howl saw interesting things, learned a lot, and made friends everywhere he went. Now it was time to drive back home to Jonesboro and get ready for the school year. Howl had many good memories of his journey around the state. He couldn't wait to share them with his friends back at Arkansas State University. The end.